With Falcon hockey coach Steve Freeman. And Steve, the Falcons split an NCHA series last weekend at Hunt Arena against St. Scholastica, losing on Friday 3-2, but coming back for a 3-1 win on Saturday. We're watching some highlights from the Friday game. Could you talk a little bit about those two games?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty pleased with both the hockey games. I thought that we played maybe even a little bit better on Friday night when we lost. It was kind of a dramatic loss for us, and it came down to that third period where they scored a goal with a couple minutes to go in the game from kind of a bad angle, and we had that lead in the third period, and the puck bounced over one of Johnny Bullis' stick back on defense, and they ended up with a breakaway and got the tying goal. So it was a tough defeat for us, but the good part is we were able to bounce back on Saturday, play well, and shut St. Scholastica right down. So it was a good weekend. Could have swept, but we didn't quite get it done on Friday night.
Steve, junior forward Andy Inderieden was named the team's player of the week. He scored a goal in both the games. Could you talk about Andy's play this year and last weekend?
Andy is a big, strong kid, and if he gets in the area in front of the net, he's always a threat with the puck. He's got good hands, but that's where he has to play the game, in front of the net. He scored a power play goal for us. The first night, we had him in front of the net on the power play, and then the second night he came, there was a shot, and he got a rebound off a face-off. So he's a big guy that, can put some numbers up if he plays his game in front of the net.
Steve, looking ahead, the Falcons travel to UW-Stevens Point for an NCHA series this weekend. Game starting at 7 o'clock on Friday and Saturday nights. What do you know about the Pointers?
Well, Stevens Point has been a lot like us. They were picked to be one of the better teams in the league and have struggled. And most of their struggles have been similar to ours in the fact that they have really had a hard time scoring goals. So, we know they've got some terrific hockey players, some of the better players in the NCHA, that haven't really put up any numbers for them so far. So, hopefully that continues for another weekend, and we can go in there, and I think it'll be a highly contested series. And, the funny part is that, we haven't had a terrific season so far, but we're still in the race. A couple good weekends, and we can be in the top 2 or 3 there. So, we still have a lot to play for in the season. There's only about a month left in the regular season, so we need to grab as many points as we can, dealing with a couple injuries and stuff. But the good part is the guys are still playing extremely hard, and some of our young players have really kind of grasped our system and are starting to understand and playing a lot better defensively for us. So if our big guns can come through and score a few goals, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
Steve, always thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Well, good luck to the Falcons. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Joe.